Yeah, you little. Oh, that's hot.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jake Marshall, aka Generic Media. I want to throw in a quick disclaimer real quick before the video starts. This is in post. So it took us about 3 or 4 days to do the entire exhaust system, and at the end of the video you're going to find out we have a misfire, which I guess technically it is a misfire. I believe it's a spun bearing is what happened. So it has nothing to do with the exhaust system at all. The exhaust system went on pretty easy. I think anybody could do it with some basic power tools and stuff. Not a big deal. But what happened was I was doing a pull. It had low oil, has a big oil leak out of the around the timing chain area in the RTV or gasket kind of thing. I think it's RTV, not a gasket. Well, anyways, that was leaking a lot more than I thought it was. And low oil in your motor doing, you know, high RPM stuff and running it through is not good on it. So what happened was it spun the bearing, and so now it's basically blown up. Some people say it's fixable, some people say it's done. So now we're gonna try and take the motor apart after this video goes up and try and figure out what the issue is. Maybe it's just a spun bearing and it's not that big of a deal and it wasn't that much damage, but if the motor is gone, it's either gonna be a 2ZZ swap or a 1ZZ rebuild. But either way though, I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Welcome back. Today we're working on the MR2 again. We're doing a bumper cut and part of the exhaust. So if we get the whole thing in the night, we get the whole thing in, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So what I ordered was PPE downpipes, catless downpipes, and PPE headers, as well as a eBay Lotus style exhaust. It's very cheap. They're like $150, but all in it was like $1,100, so it's pretty cheap. Considering my friend's Audi, his downpipe alone was $1,100. We don't know where Jack is because Jack thinks the gym is more important than the boys. And to that I say, we all hate you, Jack.
But we're gonna go ahead and give you guys a sound clip of the stock exhaust first.
So last time we snapped this bolt, so they were going to remove the heat shield, but it turned out they didn't need to. So all we have to do is do 2 bolts instead of 4, which is really nice. So little insurance from last time.
Yep.
Good job, Wilkie. See, this is the Wilkie guarantee. Okay. It's gonna get zip tied back together like the TC was. And eventually, I'm going to do quick release on this, so you'll be able to take off the entire bumper off, and I'll put a picture up on screen of what that looks like. It looks so cool, because you can see everything. Alright, so for this project, I picked up a little Dremel tool, and some little cut-off wheels and stuff. So, Bauer, if you guys are interested in it.
Yeah, there's also these you can use to clean up the edges.
Yep. If you would like to open that up, my good sir. That looks like the catless downpipe right there. Also, this is our OSHA supervisor to make sure that we are doing everything correctly.
Oh, yeah.
So what we can do is hang that up.
They even left you a little note.
What it is?
MR2 1ZZ.
Let's go, baby.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Imagine the weight savings, too. I think they have the PPE logo. Yeah, they have the PPE logo right here.
Here's for your O2 sensors.
Yep, your O2 sensors. Need that. That's why it has a check engine light right now.
And that's also why we need to figure out where those wires go.
Yeah. And this is the pride and joy. It's the very exciting part, because this is a very common mod to do. Not that this is rare or anything, but it's less common than, you know, an HKS or something along those lines. But now you get to do the big boy, the big kahuna. Is that a Red Ryder BB gun or what?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Look at that. Brandon, if you're watching this, I know how much you love center exit exhaust.
Damn it, it looks sick.
Dude, I'm so pumped. This is pretty much everyone's favorite beginner mod because it's not too hard to do for most vehicles, and you can kind of get crazy as you want. But look at that. I'm trying to just let the blade just kind of cut. I mean, that's probably about to break off anyways. Yeah. But. Oh. See? Easy peasy. This thing was not charged when we got it, so it's basically just done. So Wilkie's just trying to.
We got the handy dandy side cutters out.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
I think this one we got. Oh no, one more.
Done. Wow, 15 pounds gone. We can just drive it and scrape it.
Also covered in oil and coolant and probably catch on fire.
This is a ULE car, or EUL, I can't remember which one it was. But basically it means that the cats are very, very restrictive, and it's actually asbestos, I believe. And what happens is over time that breaks down and it gets sucked back into the motor and it can destroy it, and it's very bad. So if you have an MR2 Spider, make sure you get rid of that as soon as possible, or get a high flow cat if you're in somewhere like California, because it's going to destroy your car. All right, Wilkie's attempting just to snip this off. I believe it's bolted down in there somewhere. There. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and just find a socket for that.
So we got it unbolted. So now it's time to come out.
If that ain't race car, I don't know what is.
Black part out right there too.
Yeah, this right here.
Yeah.
That's just your heat shield.
Yeah.
For your muffler. They say that when you take off this bumper right here, this part, and do your crash bar, a lot of that heat that would sit there gets pulled out. So it should actually help with cooling the motor as well.
You might need to take some brake clean to it. It's got some coolant, maybe a little bit of oil.
Yeah.
Maybe a little.
Or if you need just this piece of your bumper because you drift, yeah, you can have it.
Real quick.
Hey, Paul, will you hand him the thing?
Bro, where you going?
Bruh. Dude, he said we violated OSHA. Some MR2 snob is like cringing that we're scratching the paint right now.
It's on the inside up here.
It's fine. It's gonna get wrapped. And no one knows what the color is except for my boys. But it's gonna be a different color from this, and it's not gonna be a factory color. But got one more over there.
Okay, this one doesn't look that bad. It's already kind of loose.
Pull up.
That one came out.
Bro, what the? Where is he?
Inside the box.
Bro, he's in the box. Right here, we got some here, tiger.
Right there, it's a tiger. That tiger weighs 800 pounds and it could kill a man in 10 seconds. I'm gonna touch it.
Oh, he loves that thing.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt some of this stuff that I can see.
Hey, while we're in here, we can do taillights.
We can actually.
All right, so we got everything off, so
Yep.
it should come off.
Yep. They're a little stuck together. There's rocks.
What the rocks doing?
Yo, what the?
Right. So he only got 2, so he's got to get 2 more, but we're putting them on the inside for right now.
And they're extremely bright, and they blink about 3 times and they hold. It's really good for grabbing attention. My friend Brandon had them on his car and I loved them. So I decided to give it for this car. Oh, that looks so freaking cool. Dude. So after that, I'm going to try and remove this heat shield here and here. And I think we'll be able to drive around with nothing on there. And then we'll chop the muffler off, and then we'll go send it.
Take the muffler off first.
And just see what it sounds like. I had to mess with this little bolt down here. There's a little, I don't know what you call it. It's supposed to hold that bolt down. It's what the bolt threads into. Was spinning. Now, if anyone needs a heat shield, there you go. This entire exhaust setup should save a little bit of weight back here, which will be all good. So, but the brake lights are done. Now we get to take off this massive muffler, which is, I mean, look how the size of this thing. Okay, look at the motor versus the muffler. It's the same size. But here in the USA, I believe that everything should be straight piped. So that's basically what we're doing.
All right. So, screw that.
Alright, so little tip, if you guys are doing this same exact mod, what we did was we sprayed it down with some WD-40, and he had his little pry tool here. He went through here and was pushing on this, separating it. And then eventually we got it out so far that I just started pushing on it back and forth really quick instead of just full force. And it was just wiggling its way out. That's the best advice I can give you. An okay mistake with these bolts breaking because the cats and everything are coming out. This entire exhaust is coming out, so it's basically the best way the bolts. But then the brake.
So up here, it was very corroded in this little part where it goes into the exhaust, and so it snapped off right in between those. So we can take the exhaust off, no problem now.
Oh, it's the actual exhaust tip catching. There you go, boys. If anyone wants an MR2 Spider or muffler. Wow, look, I can put my luggage back here in my trunk. Okay, this is the entire exhaust system sitting here together versus the stock muffler itself. Isn't that insane? Like, that's just wild to me. I do a 3K rev up because we didn't get to do it at the house. People love L.otus so much, man. It makes so much sense now. So after a little test drive, Wilkie, what do you think about the?
It's loud,
dude. It's pretty loud, and that's only a muffler delete. So we still have catless downpipes.
Oh, I have spotted good old oil leak on the timing cover. That's where your oil's coming from. Do you see that back there?
I see it now. Oh, now I see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So your timing.
Oh, yep. I see it now.
It's leaking bad.
All right, what's up? We're back. This is day 2. Wilkie had to go home because he had work the next day. Freaking loser. But I managed to cut down the bumper a little bit more. I trimmed it up. Kind of tried to follow the body lines. I have a little bit more to do. But right now we're gonna try and take off this heat shield, or he's gonna try and mess with it.
Probably gonna have to cut it off, drill out the bolts.
Yep.
Might just burn the entire car down. I don't even know if I can even catch heat threads on it, bro. It's just gonna keep tripping.
Alright, so we got Wilkie over here drilling. We had to get some drill bits and stuff to drill these out because they're just way too rusted. So we're doing that. We got Andrew over there making sure we don't kill ourselves, and Jack being a nuisance to society. And
every try.
We're having a hard time drilling these out. The drill bits I have are kind of old, so we're gonna go ahead and take a Dremel tool.
Do we have like actual big old flat?
Alright, so currently we grinded off all the bolts. They were an absolute pain. So now we're going to try and unplug the O2 sensors and remove the heat shield. We got the heat shield off. Got the heat shield off. What a problem at?
This man right here.
What?
He ain't doing nothing.
Bro, he really not. He's standing around holding a light. And not even that sometimes.
Bro, what is that over there?
Bro, what?
Ow! Son of a... already came out that much. Look how much it is in the other one. You see that bolt right there? Well, there was one right there, over on this side, and I chopped it off just now. So we're gonna chop this one off. This is how I feel. I'm ready to get this done. Mwah.
Oh my gosh, Cam.
Oh
my god. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Yeah, you little. Oh, that's hot. Alright, now I'm about to curb stomp this. Wait, we gotta make sure there ain't nothing. Actually, I don't give a. Do you have?
I mean, it's getting replaced with all new parts, so does it really matter? As long as you don't throw the motor out, right? Oh, okay. Wow, that's worth my whole exhaust right now, hopefully. And that is not going to Taylor's to get recycled. That's going somewhere to so I can make money off of it. Alright, so we got the headers put on. They're going to remove the B.2 sensor, aka O2 sensor. This thing has a really bad misfire, and we're not exactly sure what's causing it. And Wilkie, do you want to explain what happened with the oil yesterday?
So we kept checking the dipstick after it started knocking, and there was nothing on the dipstick, but it also, these have a bad problem with that. I've not shown anything on the dipstick. Put about 3 quarts and it holds 3.9, and it didn't overflow. So we don't know if it had oil in it or not. I think it was the O2 sensors only having one plugged in with open cats that was messing it all up.
We're hoping and praying that it's just that. If not, that means 2 ZZ swap. And Jack's gonna try to attempt to not say any more curse words. All right, Jack. Now they're doing the catless downpipe. Take a little bit of lube and put it in there, and it should fit. Looks wild. I'm very nervous, and I hope this runs. We got everything plugged back in. Wilkie's gonna reset the computer, and hopefully it should be all good to run, at least for now. Okay then.
Ready?
Hey peeps, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I know it's a little bit weird because I had to go film things in post after the fact. This is a couple days after the whole ordeal. But hopefully we'll be able to figure out what the issue is. I had to order some special tools to take off the fuel rail and stuff like that. Toyota's kind of weird. Like with JDM cars are weird like that. You have to order special parts sometimes. But hopefully we'll be able to figure out what the problem is and diagnose any issues, whether that was just a little bit of damage or it's just a crazy misfire or whatever it is. But if the motor is gone, it's going to be a 1ZZ or a 2ZZ swap. So until then, I hope you guys enjoy the content, and I'll catch you in the next one.